You should just go and make that so it automatically starts at 6, no matter if you're here or not.
They just see us running up here with like no pants on and eating a sandwich. Whatever the hell a sandwich is.
Yeah. Who knows what
nowadays?
a sandwich is? That is actually a really good idea. That would be kind of awesome to do that. Just go live.
Empty room.
We're not ready at all.
My band name is The Buseys, and my first album is Who Knows What a Sandwich Is.
So welcome to Crippled System, episode 193.
Boosh!
It's not a prime. It's
Are you sure?
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think it is either.
Yeah, I don't
It's not divisible by anything 19 or less that I can think of, so it's probably safely not a prime.
Yeah.
Like if it's divisible by like
remember.
27 times 7 or something like that, my brain's not up to that right now.
Yeah.
I'm Dan.
Okay.
I'm Nathan.
I'm Jeremy.
I'm Andy. And I'm here to paint.
Well, then I'll start with this then, before you get stuff all in your painting area.
Oh.
So,
Okay.
a listener, because we got all these doodads like Om-Nom and Stitches and stuff like that. You always have little mascots on the table, so he wanted to send us one.
We haven't had too many of them because they block the chat screen. You can't see the chat.
Sure. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, whatever. The point is the listener's like, hey, I have something I think you guys would like.
Sweet.
So he sent it. I forgot that it was being sent. And so a thing came at work. I'm like, what the fuck is this? And I opened it. I was like, oh, that's right. And so then I rewrapped it so that we could reopen it again live on
That's why
air.
it's in Christmas wrap.
That's why it's in Christmas. That's the only wrapping paper I had. But so here, before you fill up that area.
Oh, damn it.
Go ahead and open that. My phone died, which means like as in destroyed. So I don't have the chat log with the guy anymore. So I don't remember his name. Oh. But no, it's okay. The packing list is. When I wrapped it with the packing list inside. So once you unwrap it, I can thank him because his name will be on there. It's Paul. Oh, it's Paul Johns.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Paul.
Okay. So, well, it should be in your... if it's on Messenger, it should be on there, too.
Yeah, no, I think it was the phone. Like, for some reason, I don't know. It's weird.
Were you using Messenger as your SMS app?
I was, but
That's
some of the
probably why.
like the text message things didn't come through. But the like Facebook ones. What's wrong? Finish unwrapping your present, Andy.
No! I'm not going to finish unwrapping my present. I'm upset.
Who can guess what's the present?
We got a special present from our best listener.
Everyone knows exactly what it is right now. It has something to do... I was just playing this.
Yeah.
I was reminiscing about how awesome he was when he was alive.
What?
The person who killed the person responsible for said Autobot leader's fucking death. Oh my god.
Boy, that guy's going to take
Show
front and center.
everybody watching. Show the camera. Andy.
Come on, Andy.
You got...
It was so good.
Rodimus Prime. Son of a bitch. Look, it's got a bio and stats on the back. And he's got, like, perfect stats, except he's, like...
Oh, but it doesn't have the cool... Like, if you remember old Transformers, they had the little red clear plastic thing they used to look over there to decipher. So if I just think about this, my mouth just dropped. How the fuck is he... He's like maxing all of his goddamn stats.
No, he's only 9 out of 10 in one of them and 8 out of 10 in the other. And he's 10 out of 10 in everything else. I forget which one, what's his stats?
He should be 10 out of 10 at getting Prime fucking killed.
He is. He is.
There's no stat for that. So he's 10... He's 10 intelligence?
He was smart enough to get a promotion. That's the 10 out of 10 in getting Optimus Prime killed.
No, this is actually really cool. This is... Oh.
Yeah, there's the packing list. I saved it. Yeah, see?
So it isn't actually Hot Rod, though. It is actually full-on Rodimus Prime.
Yep, it's a full-on Rodimus Prime one. It's not just Hot Rod.
Wow.
Yeah, it's actually really cool. As much as you hate Hot Rod, that's a good toy.
This is more money than our podcast is worth.
Exactly.
I assume he got it for a nickel at the Salvation Army, which does not dispute your point. Here, I'll set him up while you go.
Fucking hate it. No, he's not going out of the box.
Well, oh, you're going to keep him as a collectible trader?
Yes.
So, all listening, next time you see Andy, ask him if he's got the toy. He may trade it.
Yeah.
I'm looking for a convergence
I say,
army.
would you trade it for a sandwich?
For a sandwich? Oh, it depends on the sandwich. Yeah. Better be a good one.
Would a hamburger work?
Yeah, the hamburger. A hamburger is technically. I would consider a hamburger a sandwich. I know we went
Of
over.
course, a hamburger is a
We
sandwich.
talked about this before. That the person who is not here now, he can't defend his weird sandwich ways. But a hamburger is a sandwich.
We may have sent him to a re-education camp.
Yeah.
He said a grilled ham and cheese sandwich was not a sandwich.
Yeah.
No, I just
I'm not even sure if are we
we
actually broadcasting?
I don't know.
I
There's
don't
no
know.
chat.
Are you?
I
I didn't get an
tell.
alert, but I don't have Twitch on my thing, so I don't
Our
know.
Twitch doesn't actually. It only does it once for a day. It's probably because we're not like an official subscriber.
Nope, we're
Remember?
alive.
Okay.
We're alive.
Nobody's chatting with us then.
No.
That's probably
That's okay. We're sad and alone.
I almost destroyed my computer this morning. It was
Well, that would have been sad for all of
Like
us.
on accident or out of rage?
nope. It
doesn't
was
answer the
completely
question.
on accident. So I was. You remember what happened to Hungerford?
Stop being fat.
When no. Jeez. Was that same re-education camp? No. Do you remember what happened to Hungerford when we went out to dinner over at the Claddagh?
No. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, where
yes.
I did a nice spit take.
Yes, where
Well-
Andy did an actual straight out of a comedy sitcom spit take all over Hungerford.
Yep. So this morning I was eating my bowl of cereal. And-
Was it your Quisp?
No, it wasn't my Quisp. No. I'm saving the Quisp for somebody else.
Okay.
But I had it was some off-brand Frosted Flakes, so they get really soggy really quickly. Mm-hmm. And so I shovel it in as quick as I can, and then I tried to breathe. That didn't work, and I spit take all over the front of this computer.
Nice.
All of it. It was just like everywhere on there, and thank God I didn't have a lot of milk, because otherwise I would have had a destroyed computer.
Just a defensive measure. Just like when an Andy is threatened, he sprays Frosted Flakes at the attacker.
I would love to hear that in a Richard Attenborough like voiceover. That would be great. All right, so I'm kind of trying something different. I'm going to be painting up or kind of working on painting a model as we go on the podcast. So I'll be kind of going a little back and forth. There'll be a video that'll be accompanying the Twitch stream that'll be on YouTube. It will not be, or it might be just, I don't know. I'm just gonna fade away.
This has nothing to do with the fact that Adepticon's like in 4 days.
I got something to say. It's better to burn out than fade away.
No. I was going to when you said I got something to say, I started thinking of the Metallica lyrics.
Sure.
For yeah.
Well, that's fine. It's just you said you were going to fade away, and I knew the Kurgan would be disappointed in you.
Yeah. I guess burnout. Where's my lighter? Yeah, but I'll be doing Kaya.
That's
and
Laris.
I was finishing it. I realized I made a mistake in mid-sentence, and I was going to just fold it into Kaya and Laris.
Yeah, that's why I stopped you before you could fix it.
Yeah, you fuck. Yeah. I was going to do something nice for you today.
What? I've been nothing
Yep.
but nice to you.
I was going to do something nice for you. I stole one already, so it's not my fault, but he said I can have one.
Okay.
All right. I'm going to go get something for you.
Okay.
All right.
You know what?
You guys go ahead and podcast.
Well,
Okay.
Do we have before? I assume were you both at the event yesterday?
I was not.
I was not.
Nobody was at the event yesterday. Andy ran it. The other three of us weren't there. Fuck the event.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
Yeah.
I had a legit excuse.
Maybe if you stop scheduling events on the days I work.
I had to put it in a dishwasher.
Yeah.
I was supposed to have my son's 5th year or 5-year birthday party until he had the flu all this week, and we canceled it.
He canceled his birthday?
Well, no, he's still having a birthday party on Thursday, which is his actual birthday, but this was the one with the family, so we were just going to go out bowling. But, yeah, no, we canceled it because we're like, oh, interesting, he has the flu. Let's not get other people sick.
No, it's not?
Let's not.
Well, yeah, so much for talking about the event.
Yeah, I mean,
You going to
it was
Adepticon?
really good. Yes, but I'm not going down until Friday morning.
I am going down Wednesday morning.
That's right. I'm going down Thursday. Hooray us.
Hooray.
We covered all the possibilities.
No, there's still Saturday, Sunday.
If you're a savage.
Yeah, I think like Kerr's going just one day.
So if you're a
If
savage,
you're savage.
Savage, yeah.
A sandwich-confused monster.
Well, yes.
Are you playing any events?
No, I'm doing Iron Arena on Friday and doing some classes on Saturday.
so I'm doing Masters on Friday. I may do Iron Gauntlet on Thursday. I haven't decided yet, mostly because Iron Gauntlet for Cricks means I have to carry 300 pounds of stuff.
It has like a package, but don't shake it or anything.
Whoa. Oh, I see. It's not Star Crunches.
It's not
It's
Star
not
Crunch.
crunches.
All right. Oh. Ooh, 50-50. Ooh, and it's cold.
Yeah.
Exciting. I actually got Zombie Dude messaged me and said that he would bring a 2-liter to Adepticon.
Mm-hmm.
Grapefruit and lime flavored soda.
Ooh.
You can share.
I got my, well, this is my pocket one.
You have a pocket 50-50.
Andy, you just meet Andy. He's gonna have a pocket soda.
So you can thank Johnny P.
Thank you, Johnny P.
Pastrami.
Oh, Johnny Pastrami. Where the hell did he get it?
At his regular store.
Yeah, he lives in Manitowoc.
Manitowoc has 50-50s? See?
I still swear it's down the street too.
I will look.
I checked Hy-Vee this morning and they don't have it because I thought about that.
Tastes a lot like Squirt.
It's because it's a grapefruit.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
grapefruit is squirt. This has a little lime to it.
Yep.
No, you just
It's
add
that
some
lime
black velvet
aftertaste.
into this, and then it'll be really
You
good.
could probably a hint on maybe where you can find it too is it's probably near mixers because it's a mixing drink.
Sure.
So it's similar to like ginger ale and all that. So it's probably near.
Which
stuff
makes
like
sense
that.
because my grandpa was a drunk. So it's probably why he always had 50-50.
My grandpa
And-
had Squirt with black velvet.
Plastic gallon jugs of gin. Fleischmann's.
Oh,
You know it was quality then.
Isn't that the stuff Jim drank?
Jim likes
like in
it.
an
Actually,
emergency.
Jim actually likes the better of the drinks. He gets
Bombay Sapphire
Bombay
is his
Sapphire.
go-to.
So he spends more money on terrible.
I mean,
Yeah.
gin is terrible no matter what gin you get. Like, it is
Yes.
it's just so unpleasant.
It is the worst.
It's just drinking a Christmas tree. And
Yeah.
it's just... I think you have to... Does it work the
No,
other way?
you guys
Because there's a groove
don't
on the
pay
slot.
attention to me.
Oh, there's grooves on both sides. I see.
Yeah,
It makes
don't
sense.
pay attention to
Pay
me.
no attention to Andy.
Yeah.
Ignore me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm here to put on a quality broadcast.
Dan, I was going to play in Masters, so we might face each other, and that'd be sad.
I don't know what I'm doing at Adepticon other than running Who's the Boss.
Are you ghost fleeting it?
Yes.
Yeah. All right. We'll see. We'll see. I'm bringing. I'm not bringing Jaga Jaga to Masters. I'm bringing the mom list I've been practicing. So we'll see if she can kill pirates fast enough.
Well, I might drop a different list too.
You have an anti-Iron Mother list.
No, I just might play my other list because I'm bored.
Fair enough. I don't even know what my other list is. That's the problem with only practicing one list for the entirety of Mark III. Is I have zero experience with any other convergence lists.
Yeah, it goes the same thing with me.
I mean, that's just my standard going to any tournament. I create a list the week before, maybe get one play in, and then I'm like, we're good to go.
And Masters is DNC, isn't it? So I have to play my other list.
DNC 1
Oh no.
and 7 rounds. So because Friday and Sunday count as the same event.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Yeah, it's one of those
Yeah.
2-day.
Oh, that's not good.
And is Sunday the team event?
No, Saturday is team.
Saturday. Okay, cool. That's right, because I
Yeah.
can Masters, then team, then Masters is the plan.
Event. Or you can play in Champions.
Nope. I'm not based.
Oh,
Yeah, they have to have base.
Yep, I'm not based.
They're basically whatever hardcore standard painting was before is Champions standard painting now.
Yeah, I'm just doing Iron Arena because I won't get down there till like
what-
9:30 on Friday. So
That's kind of the reason why I don't really I don't mind Champions, but what I don't like the fact that a lot of people misconceive it being a new player friendly style of event. What the hell are you doing? You taking a picture of your?
no,
friend-
No,
I'm
he's trying to
scanning the
barcode.
barcode, but I can't fucking scan the barcode because it's all like silvery and impossible to scan, and my scanner won't recognize it. So I'm gonna have to type it in like a savage.
But a lot of people seem to think that it's a new player friendly event, and
well,
Kind
the
of.
concept is, but it's not going to be.
well the requirements for painting are really a big thing. I mean, if you're a hobbyist already, then yeah, that's probably fine. But I feel that the limitation of the event, as in you're only limited to those type of casters, you almost have to be like a full-on master of that caster in order to, and that's what Champions is made to do.
Might be something with our chat. Travis says he's in our chat. Indeed. But yeah, no, so there's, I mean,
Indubitably.
the painting isn't newbie friendly. Well, yeah, the painting isn't necessarily newbie friendly, but the limited casters is the newbie friendly half. So there's advantages and disadvantages to it.
Correct. I'm going to restart our window here. So you guys keep on talking. Don't worry about what I'm doing.
Okay. You're so,
I mean,
that's like the 7th time you're like, don't worry about me.
And sometimes you guys get really concerned about what I'm doing over here, and I'm not like...
Well, that's because the last time I was on the podcast and you said don't worry about it, you made Travis and someone else in admins.
Well, that was
Yeah.
that was
his brother.
That was a thing.
Yeah. Travis and the most obnoxious Hoffman. Yes. Everybody in the family would admit it, including him. Okay.
I don't know anyone else but you, so I guess I'll take your word on it. But
Yeah, just imagine that
meh.
worse. Just imagine that.
Imagine this, but more successful, so he's even more obnoxious about how good he is.
Oh,
Yeah.
That's scary.
but
Yeah.
does he have the lovely?
No,
Red.
he's bald.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm
You
the
got
only
that
one
up
with
on
hair.
him. You got that up on him. Oh man, I'm more worried just about how much money I'm going to spend. I don't know if you've looked at the vendor list. I have, and I'm just like, oh gods,
this one's going to be expensive.
it's not going to be good for me.
Why is that?
There's lots of good vendors, and also there's a lot of stuff I've been waiting for from PP, since one of my factions has a very good shot of being pre-release there. So
Oh, sure. Yeah. We'll see what's available come
Yeah.
Is it Sunday I have to wait for PG points? Yeah.
If
If they're still doing it.
that's something that do, I mean,
I don't know if they're still doing PG points. I know you can still do it on the
I-
store.
I think it'd probably be difficult for them because
Why?
if you end up going over, that's kind of a hard thing for them to be able to get. Because then they're going to come after you for
They
money.
can just take the credit card number at the same time.
That's true too. All right, I think the chat should be working.
Chat is working.
50-50. Hey, chat's working now.
Hey,
Thanks for being in chat, everybody. Hopefully they could watch us and just not type.
everybody.
If they couldn't see us, we'll just have to start everything over. Let me
Yeah.
rewrap Rodimus Prime.
Why is he on my table? Oh, he actually
Give it to
is
him. I mean,
open.
Yeah, he's already open. Give him here.
I
I'll
thought he
unpack
was
him. You can
sealed.
paint. I'll unpack Rodimus Prime while Jeremy and Dan talk.
oh right, yes,
yeah, we've tried this before. Remember, it doesn't
my
work well.
gift, is it? Or is this the gift from the podcast?
Well, fine. It
it's for the
obviously was
family.
mostly to troll you.
yeah.
But
Oh, it even has the how to transform him.
yeah, it is a fully functional
Wow.
transformer. It's not just a collectible figurine. Oh, does it got decals?
It has decals.
Fuck
Oh,
yeah!
not put on yet.
See?
I could paint him into a different color and call him something different.
That's what I was just saying. I'm like, hey, if you're gonna paint something, you got him right there.
Can be Clotimus Prime.
Yeah, or not Rodimus, Protimus.
Protimus,
Is that a sex thing?
Well, it could go in your butt.
Cletus.
Well, anything
Prime.
can if you try hard enough.
See if I remember.
Whoa!
I remember
Are you
did.
transforming him from muscle memory?
kind of.
Got to
Oh,
make the
that
sound
just proves
effect.
how much you actually did love that toy.
Hey, there's a lot of things you have when a kid, and
That you-
that you're forced to like because it's
I
the
have
only
no
thing
regrets
you have.
as a kid.
Whoa!
Childhood.
Oh God. His feet pop up. Oh, his feet are actually the old metal ones too. So this is almost like the original toy.
Can I see that box for a second, Andy?
Sure.
Pretty quality.
You can read his bio, Dan. Read Rodimus Prime. It's right up there on top.
No, I'm looking to see if this transformer is older than I am.
Well, no, this is a re-release. This is a re-release edition. It's from this one's only from like 2003 or something.
Oh, okay.
This I think was
is it-
in '88 is when Rodimus Prime was originally released.
Okay. Yep, 2003.
Yeah. Function protector. His quote is, "Experience is the benchmark of maturity."
Yeah,
Oh,
you learned the lesson when he killed Prime. That was
A vanguard for the Autobot
do
rank.
that again.
no, he's like, I learned how I'm now the leader. Way to go, me.
Possesses acute military prowess. Speaks with the savvy of seasoned veteran. Speaks with the savvy of seasoned veteran, not a seasoned veteran. Just grammar's not important. Expert tactician and exceptional maneuverability in battle. Can be hot-headed at times. Has a tendency to act first and ask questions later. In robot mode, carries a photon eliminator that shoots high voltage electricity. Range 500 miles. Speed 200 miles per hour. Sole purpose is to protect all life. His only weakness is his compassion for other living creatures, which does not include
Other
Optimus
robots,
Prime.
yeah.
Well, no, because Optimus Prime famously is not living.
Correct. I don't know where these mud flaps go, though. I know where everything else goes. Ugh. God.
Yeah,
You like my moments of just utter disgust.
Dirge, yeah.
But see, this is commemorative Series 6, where they're kind of scraping the bottom of the barrel, because the other three are Dirge, Smokescreen, and Grapple.
Grapple? Like one of the Constructicons?
Yeah.
Autobot Grapple. Autobot Grapple.
Yeah, it was the
The good version.
Oh, I think I actually have that one
He was a
from
Protecticon.
2000.
Or no, he wasn't a Protecticon. He was a reskin of one of the Protecticons. Sadly, I know that.
But none of them are as important as Rodimus Prime.
That's true. It's true.
Manufactured under license from Takahara Co. Limited. I'm trying to figure out where he was built. Yeah, indeed, made in China. I mean, not a surprise. There was zero chance he wasn't made in China.
Oh, I see where they're blast shields.
Oh.
See? Look at that. It's pretty awesome. You were poo-pooing this gift, and now you're all into it.
No, I'm not. I'm just...
He says he's not, but look
This
at
is
that.
his
Look at that
ironic
smile on
rage.
his face. Yeah.
Yeah. This is what it's like when you agree to try out your significant other's new fetish, and then it turns out you like it, but you don't want to let on too much. Okay, for you, I guess we can do it some more.
We did what in the butt? That's fine.
Yeah. Okay, maybe 2 fingers though.
Shake it.
Let me spit take on your laptop.
Yeah, that's probably true.
Are there?
Lead paint.
Yeah. My pen's over here.
Oh, he's got... Oh, the spoiler? Does spoiler come off? Come off.
The pictures has it on.
Oh, it comes off?
I mean, anything comes off if
Because
you
it
try
goes-
hard enough.
Because it has to go like that. There we go. There's that asshole right there.
Ready to go off and get Optimus killed.
Yep. For glory.
His only weakness, Andy, is his compassion for other living creatures. So really, he's just trying to reduce his weakness by reducing the number of other living creatures there are.
I like how he's got a gun that he also has his other gun there too.
Well, sure.
Yep.
It's got a 2 fist those guns, baby.
Again with the fetish talk.
I know. Apparently that's where this podcast is going to be going.
Do we have any other announcements besides the fact that Adepticon exists? And is this coming weekend? Holy shit!
Yeah, I don't think we really have any others. There's obviously Lock and Load. There's MomCon that's coming up in May.
I was looking at running an event in April, but the stores are really busy.
Yeah, there's somebody local that really wants to run a charity event. So I'm working with him. So that may be at the beginning of May.
Sure.
I'm thinking of doing it as not a Who's the Boss event, but a what would you call it, where you're kind of bidding on a date?
Auction?
Yeah. So I'm thinking about doing a War Machine style.
Andy,
eBay auction.
please save this.
What? Save it for what?
You described this as trying to get a date.
No, not a date. No. You mean save it? I thought you were trying to think of let's put it in put a bookmark on that thing.
Salvage.
No, have a Warcaster lineup,
Yeah.
and then people bid on those for the round for their Warcaster because it's going to be a charity event.
Sure. Yeah.
May I request that all the Warcasters and everyone be under a red light?
Oh, we could do that.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah.
We could Roxanne.
I mean,
that up.
we need that red light district stuff going on here if we're going to be bidding on them.
Yeah, it's, and I think we would probably take like some of the biggest ones on there. We'll probably throw up some of the
Chef.
You don't need to turn on the red light. Is it really a red light or is it just a heat lamp?
Tanning bed. I apologize for nothing.
Your version of Rasheth is much different than my version of
That's
Rasheth.
hedonism bot.
Yeah, I know.
Somebody needs to do that mod. Why is there not a hedonism bot, Rasheth?
I haven't gotten that far yet.
All right.
It's on the list.
Okay, good.
Sorry, I've been actually painting up
Thank
my
you,
Rasheth today, and I didn't even think about that. I mean, the
So,
connection's there, but
That's exciting.
We know the real reason why you're enjoying this toy. Mm-hmm. Because now it's been 20 minutes you haven't had the paint.
yeah,
That's true. That's very true.
Come on.
The best part is when I bring my Optimus Prime at home and stand him on top of him.
Yeah.
Because I have a Prime at work.
I have an Optimus Primal. It's one of the big ones. Hitting that, I'm just hitting everything that's like that big.
Oh.
Yeah.
I think though actually all the Beast Wars ones are actually like almost human size, or would be considered human size as compared to the standard Transformers.
Correct. Which is why they're able to have a fight on Optimus Prime's chest.
Well, right, yeah, because like if a Transformer disguises itself as a gorilla, but that gorilla is 40 feet tall, it's not gonna be really hidden.
Well, yeah, but it
don't
it would make sense because 20s
Well,
and
you know,
King Kong.
they
Or
had,
actually, Kong was 30s. Wasn't
Okay,
it?
what about the cheetah guy?
or
Well,
the
they-
insectoid or whatever he was.
Yeah.
The
Waspinator.
mosquito. Yeah.
Oh, right. No,
Waspinator.
yeah, you have Waspinator, and then you have Megatron, who was a T-Rex, and
Yeah.
really they should have been further apart in size.
Yeah.
That was a big wasp.
That's a very big wasp.
It's one of the Japanese.
That was a depressingly good Waspinator impression.
Very good waspinator.
Yeah, I did not get into Beast Wars. So
Ah, man, I watched the shit out of Beast Wars. I know we talked about this before,
Yeah.
but
And it's on Netflix now.
oh man, Beast Wars, and so my coming home from school, that time of my life was Beast Wars, Mighty Max, and the Beetlejuice cartoon.
Yep.
We're all on that same time, and then before that,
Reboot was.
yeah, I didn't
Reboot
actually.
was Saturday morning.
Yeah,
for me.
Yeah,
yeah.
but-
Reboot was Saturday morning. Yeah,
It's
fucking Reboot.
amazing how well Reboot, like, but in the 4 seasons that it was on,
Yeah.
how well that the CGI and stuff progressed in
Yeah,
the show.
well, it was at that time of technology where
Right,
CGI
yeah.
just skyrocketed. Like you look at season 1 versus season 4.
Right, it's
Like season 1 of Reboot looks like hot garbage now.
yeah, oh yeah,
And 4 is passable. You
yeah.
know.
No, for the time, it was
More impressive,
pretty
like the
good.
storyline. Like Reboot actually, like it was like happy fun adventures in cyberspace, and then by the time you got to season 3 and 4, it was just like death and destruction and Game of Thrones level intrigue.
Yeah,
Plus, it had Tony J, and anytime you have Tony J doing voice work,
Wasn't he the voice of Candyman? Or wasn't he Candyman? Or no, I'm thinking of a different. Oh man, get me out of this foxhole! Somebody.
we're just gonna let you keep digging.
Tony J was the voice of Mike Megabyte on that. He was the voice of Count Frollo in Hunchback of Notre Dame. He was the voice of the Elder God in the Soul Reaver series.
Oh yeah, that was a good series.
Yeah.
Soul Reaver.
Raziel. So there was
Yeah.
the Legacy of Cain.
Soul.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, there's Legacy of Cain, or
I
there
was
was
thinking-
Blood Omen, and then Soul Reaver.
Yeah,
Yep.
I was thinking of
Zol
Soul
too,
Calibur.
got it.
No,
Actually,
it's not Soul
I'm like,
Calibur.
I don't remember Raziel and Soul Calibur, and it makes no sense.
He would have been a pretty good character in Soul Calibur.
Yeah, he would have been. He would have been in there.
I actually really like Raziel. So that was him that did that voice.
The
then?
Elder God.
Oh, okay.
The one that like manipulates him back against Cain after he's cast down in the vortex.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
One of
Something.
the-
Oh no, I have an announcement. Okay, we can. I need to remember this
no.
announcement. I'm going to write this down. You can say whatever you're going to
Oh
say.
no,
I'm
I was
just
just
making
going
a
to
note.
say that the Soul Calibur game, or Soul Calibur, God damn it, Andy, the Soul Reaver games are some of the few games that I've actually done to completion. Like,
Did
I
you
have
do the-
such
the
game ADD? That is just,
Legacy of Cain ones as well.
yeah,
Because that was so cool to have the two series simultaneously as the two, like, each of them is an antagonist in the other one series.
Right, yeah.
And that was just kind of neat.
Yeah. Yeah, no,
I like Soul Reaver much more though than Legacy of Kain.
Yeah, I mean they're both good, right? Like Kain is they're different. There's a lot more puzzling in Soul Reaver. The original Blood Omen Legacy of Kain, though, and I think I've told this anecdote years ago, but it's one of my depressing childhood moments. Was well, not childhood, but PS1 when it came out. I got a PS1. I bought it. I traded in a bunch of my stuff to get a PS1 for myself, and I got Legacy of Kain, and I went home and I played it for like 20 hours. Like I bought it on Sunday, or I bought it on. I must have had the day off because my mom was coming home from work. The point is, I played for like 20 goddamn hours. I got like 80% of the way through the game.
Sure.
And I called my mom before she left work, and I told her I needed her to stop at the store and get a memory card. And, of course, there was no such thing as a memory card in previous game systems. You just saved your games. So she didn't understand how important having a memory card was. And so turns out they had them, and she decided to get me one for my birthday that was like a week and a half later. And so she just lied and told me they didn't have any because she decided it would be a perfect birthday gift. So I couldn't save my game, and I had to play it all over again.
yeah.
That lying bitch.
Hey, but at least you got to play it all over again.
I did. I played through that game like 4 times.
I mean, along those same lines, one year when the very first Tomb Raider came out, I found out where my parents were hiding the Christmas gifts. Took it out a month before Christmas, installed it on the computer, put it back, wrapped it all up, put it back in there, and by the time Christmas came around, I had already beat the game. So when it came, I'm like, sweet, I get to play this all over again.
Anyways, Nathan, announcement.
Oh, yes. So, the WITC, we had talked about last week changing it to a 3-player format. And people who read the threads, this will be a duplicate, because I talked about this in the Muse thread for last week. But we talked about it being a 3-person team event instead of a 5-person team event, to make it a one-day event, to differentiate it, to make it easier for teams, lots of reasons. And so several people contacted and mentioned that the 3 commanders format is neat, but it's got some flaws, and maybe people are getting a lot of sick of it. And so Norbert, the judge from England, he sent us a format that some Germans ran that's just really cool that I will go over briefly because it is what we're going to use, and I think it's a lot neater than the 3 commanders format, which is that the teams... I won't go into the details, but the point is it's still a dynamic matchup like the 5-person event is, where you actually see the opposing people's players and you make intelligent choices and you get to pick matchup versus matchup and take turns kind of doing that. So it won't be 3 commanders. It'll be a lot more interesting, which I think is cool.
Yep. So rules packet should be available soon.
Yeah.
When is the WITC again?
That is an excellent question.
That is an excellent question. We don't have an answer yet. It'll be, late summer, early fall, like August, September-ish.
Okay.
So
hopefully it doesn't happen at the same weekend as the Cass Cup. So I will send you information on the Cass Cup so we don't overlap.
We always try to not overlap with things. So yes, send information.
Well, at least for me, because I will not be there if the Cass.
Right.
Yeah.
So we also don't want to overlap with Gen Con.
Yep. So Ontario, please let us know when your September, October, and August events are so we can schedule on the same day.
We are dodging the shit out of Ontario next year for the ATC. By over a month and a half.
There you go. Just not the first week in August, please. I'd like to go, and I don't think my wife would very much appreciate me missing my daughter's second birthday. So
that's
no,
okay. That's Gen Con time, so Travis won't let us do it then.
Oh, okay. There we go.
Because he wants to be sane and not run 2 events in 3 states apart at the same time.
The end of August is. But I can run. I don't even need him for the WITC.
But who will be the Zuckerberg?
Right? The end of August is my wedding anniversary, so we'll probably do it then.
Oh, that sounds good. She's not going to get mad.
Nah. Fuck her.
That's what you'd expect that day, but
What?
Whoa!
Double meanings. Whoa! Fuck it, that's silence. I'll fill silence with how it's going to work.
We were all just watching Andy paint there.
I know, it's hypnotic. You guys can all watch Andy paint. I will go ahead and explain how it'll work, because why not?
No, I think it'd be awesome. I'm excited to play in that format. And then
if it's the one you explained, I think it's going to be a really cool format. But
I'm going to explain it. Here I go. So you got your 3 tables. 1, 2, and 3, we'll call them, because those are oftentimes how you denote things of which there are 3 of. So,
Especially because we've already printed the table cards.
Valid.
Actually,
No, they were
they're-
ABCs.
Yep.
So you have table A, B, and C. So the teams line up, and they have their players on cards, and so you can secretly put these cards things 3 Monty style, and you can't tell what's what. So one of the teams puts one of their players on table 1, and the other team puts one of their players on table 3. So you get to choose terrain-based one of your players with 100% certainty there. Then you give your remaining 2 cards.
First, the players are revealed.
Woman, I haven't gotten there yet. Then you give your cards to the other player, the other team captain. Then you reveal those players on the table.
Function and relevant timing.
Yes, but this way I was right. So now, with knowledge of where one of your opponent's players is, you get to play your other 2 players, or your opponent's other 2 players. So you get to shove one of them into your own guy, and then the one you don't use goes on to table 2. So in theory,
shake my head here.
there was no double meaning there. In theory,
You get to
they are
shove
going
one of your guys.
in theory, you are going to have a bad matchup with the player that you chose to put out of your own, right? Because
Correct.
you are giving. No, that's your good matchup. That's your good matchup.
No, that's your bad
No,
matchup.
because they
No.
can choose who to
No,
put
no,
down
no.
against it.
You choose who of theirs.
no sense.
You choose
It's gonna
who
make
of
no
theirs to
sense
put
over
down
audio.
against it because you're holding their players. You put down one of your players on, let's say, table A, because I'm
Yep.
that team. Then I get my opponent's cards. I choose one of his players to match up against the player I put on table
That's
A.
true.
That's correct.
And then the leftover goes on B. Meanwhile, he's choosing one of my players to play against his guy that he put on table C, and then his leftover goes on table B.
Yes, sorry, I was thinking of table 3 or C, whatever way you want to put
Well,
it.
for you, it's A. For me, it's like,
Yeah.
So whatever. So let's try that again with less confusion. You put one of your players on table, I'll just say 1, and the other team's going from 3 down to 1. So I will put one of my players on table 1. Then I will receive my opponent will put a player on table 3. I will receive his cards and give away my cards. Now with his 2 cards, I will match one of his people against my guy on table 1 and put the leftover on table 2. He is doing the same thing. So in theory, you get 1 good matchup, 1 bad matchup, and 1 coin flip in the middle, which you can try to metagame by outguessing how good of a good matchup you need to give yourself. Because you can give yourself like a 55%er if you think that leaves the leftover as somebody they're not expecting, and so on. Point is, see how much fucking thought there is there? Dynamic. And way more than just ranking 3 people at the start of the event.
Yeah, no,
I
I
enjoy
like it.
It means I can
be fun.
always throw Quimby to the wolves again.
Quimby's always B. Just never pick them.
Eh.
It worked.
Well, I like that too because you can't really shark the system by like saying like our best player is our number 2 player, or
Yeah.
something like that. Just
Well, and
you
we're
just
also
put people up.
we're also looking at doing at the very least caster restrict across the 3 players, so you can't do the other thing people do in 3 commanders format where you just have 3 people running the same 2 lists.
no. It'll be
Actually, I like that.
No, it'll be It'll be unique. You have to have 6 different casters between your 3 players, just
Yeah, no,
like
I
the
like
5-mana limit is.
That'd be cool. I like that.
I'm excited to play. I would like to try it out sometime. It seems very fun.
You can try it out at the WITC.
I was talking about before that.
Oh,
Yes.
well, yeah.
We could probably run like a primer at one of our events.
Well, it's
Mainly
easy enough
because
that it's easy enough for 6 of us on a Wednesday
Right,
just
right.
to agree to do a little thing like that.
No, I was just sort of mocking the fact that don't ever practice before tournaments, and well, it shows. But when you only get to play once a week, it is what it is.
Yup.
Suppose I could probably talk a little bit about yesterday's event.
Yeah.
My last hurrah as a PG running event. We had 21 people for it. Signar won the whole damn thing. Again, Signar. Yeah.
Just that the
just
winner
gonna-
played Signar, or like 1,
Well,
2, and 3.
No, the winner played Signar.
Okay.
Two was
Yeah.
Protectorate. 3. Oh shit! It's on my phone, my thing over here, but I don't have it.
You don't remember who won?
No,
players?
Johnny, Circle.
So who was Signar? Who was
It was Nick, with Signar. It was David with his Protectorate. So, yeah. Overall...
I did like the picture of the 5 Kit Bash Lokis.
There's only 4, but yeah. Turns out that basically Loki is sold out of all of the Madison stores and surrounding area, so they all had to get their own Loki. And technically,
they're all legal by steamroller standards, and they're definitely recognizable, so they're also legal by the Golden Rule.
Yep. So yeah, I allowed that, and yeah, it was...
I was actually surprised how much chain they used.
Yes. And how thick it was. Like I have like a bag full of just jewelry chain that would work perfectly for it, but they used like actual hardware chain.
Right. Didn't one of them have a paper clip?
Yes.
I think so.
That was Ethan's, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Wow.
I think John's was kind of the most unique. He ended up using a Titan Sentry shield and a tusk from a Titan as the hook. So it was kind of neat.
Someone used a button.
Yeah, Kerr actually took a lot of effort into his because he actually modded it, sculpted it, and then painted it to a decent standard. And then he commented that he has one in his mailbox at home. But yeah, we went 4 rounds. It was pretty good times. That's not many stories about.
Well, there's nobody here played in it, so we can't really, and including you. Like you ran it, but so that means you don't have specific battle reports or anything.
No.
I just crossed your event off the topic list.
Yep.
I mean, I'm just going to assume that one of the Signar lists was double storm lances, but
I think that's what Nick was running. I could actually look that up, but yeah.
You're not going to.
I'm not going to.
no.
I mean, it's.
I wish I'd been there. I can beat double storm lances.
You should have been there.
Well, you know.
If I could get my head on my ass with my Sevi list, I probably could too. But the way I ran it on Wednesday, there was that head was so far up my ass I could not think at all.
You just need an electricity immune colossal.
Well, that'll work too.
All right, everyone's watching me paint. What are you guys
I
doing?
was taking a drink of this.
Well, it's a
delicious
painting show.
50-50.
Yeah, good stuff. Nostalgia-tastic.
I mean, now we're all
Yeah.
are watching you.
Come on, it's 6:30. There's nothing else I'd rather do than watch painting with Major Tusk.
Oh, you don't need to. No.
Yes, I do.
Oh, man,
It's for a long time I've been wishing that I had some way to watch someone paint and talk about War Machine on Sundays. Because I'm always doing this, so I can't watch other people.
Yeah, we're always broadcasting at this time.
So I, unfortunately, can't listen to or watch other podcasts.
Stop lying.
Well, it's true. I wouldn't listen to other podcasts even if I could, because podcasts are terrible.
Just like us.
Yes, because we're a podcast.
We're terrible.
There are no good podcasts, and that includes ours. Aren't you done with Lars yet? You've been painting him for like 10 minutes.
No, I'm
confused.
I'm doing
Don't you just spray everything gold and dip it?
Yeah, and then put a pirate hat on it. You gotta admit, a gold-dipped Laris with a pirate hat would look pretty awesome.
How many pirate hats do you have left? Do you need to do another order before you lose PG points?
I probably should.
Or get together with some other PGs that might have some extra points.
I shouldn't need any more pirate hats because, good point. That's a valid point. I probably should get more just for like the second unit of Swamp Shamblers that I have to help differentiate them from the first unit.
I mean, if you have points to burn, I could use like 20 rubber ducks from the Blighted Bather.
Well, there's no such thing as points to burn when an entire new faction is coming out.
Yep.
Like,
and
I have a lot of points, but I don't think I have enough that I can get FA of everything Grimkin and still burn it on hats.
So?
You're right.
Valid point.
Support your local store.
I can spend real money on the Grimkin and then use my points to buy you hats.
It's a valid way of doing it. It's very nice of you.
I mean, Hungerford is doing PG in order fulfillment again, so he can have a nice flashback. For the last time that he had to see 200 pirate hats.
He sent me an angry message.
What?
When I PG ordered 113 Bart hats.
Yeah.
He sent me an angry message.
Well, what did it say?
I don't remember. But it wasn't like it was profanity laden, but it was just, like he was not happy with me.
Did he mention that they had to spin up some extra ones?
No, I doubt they had to actually make extra ones, but I'm sure counting 113 pirate hats was not the most pleasant thing he had to do that day. In the middle of filling how many goddamn PG orders.
Yep.
I try to, make sure life has meaning for them.
So do we have any other topics? Any other shenanigans?
MST3K episodes came out on Netflix, old ones.
Yep.
Some classic ones.
Yeah.
Space Mutiny, Laser Blast, Santa Claus Conquers the Martians, Manos. A lot of the real top ones.
I have to go back and watch all those then. I've just finally got to watch the first episode of Iron Fist.
I've heard Iron Fist is terrible.
Yeah. I have yet to see a good review.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
I've seen a lot of people saying that it's decent, but like better than they expected.
But still the worst of the Marvel Netflix.
Still the worst of the Marvel ones. But I mean, pretty much the Marvel shows are all golden. So if that one is technically the worst, that could be a solid B+.
The dreaded B+.
Yeah.
Like I said, I've only got through one episode, and it wasn't bad. It's sort of still setting them up and everything. You don't really know a whole lot, but it's, I'll give it like any other one where, it'll probably take half a season before it starts to really ramp up, and then by the end it'll probably be decent.
Yeah, all of them seem to really kind of take a while. I mean, like Jessica Jones is really good, but it's also a really slow roll.
Right,
in that part.
that's a very slow roll, and the second half of that season really, that changes. But
Yeah.
I forget
Luke Cage was pretty good, like right off the bat. I like that one, but
somebody on my Facebook was saying they think the issue is that also side note, everybody mentions like rubber duckies and pirate hats. The correct thing to order is like 200 of those tiny juggernauts from the from the alternate Thagrosh.
Yeah.
But anyway, somebody's mentioned that a possible issue with all those Netflix shows, including Iron Fist, and I think he's bringing it up maybe because Iron Fist suffers a lot from it, is they feel like they have to be X number of episodes. And like if Iron Fist's plot would be best told in 4 episodes, just make it be 4 episodes. So there might be a lot of filler.
yeah.
Or just give us another show. Basically, just have like 2 arcs in the series. Then, like his story could be, an arc could go for 4 episodes, and then just give us another, like, in a sense, season 2 immediately.
Sure.
If you want it to be 10 episodes long.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. Like I know, like Luke Cage was like 13 or 14 episodes the first season. I think Jessica Jones was
13. I think.
Was it 13? Was it also 13? I couldn't remember if it was like 10, 11, but
I remember when I got to 10, and I thought, like, wow, this is a really weird way to end the season. and then I looked, and I saw there was like 3 to 4 more, and I'm like, oh, okay.
Makes a lot more sense.
yeah. I don't know. I like them all. Like I know a lot of people didn't think the second season of Daredevil was as good, and didn't like the costume in the second season. I liked it, but
And the Magic Ninjas.
well, yeah, but
The Magic Ninjas. It must be part of season 2 that I stopped after watching because I thought the Punisher part was done with, and I didn't realize it was still continuing. So,
but the Punisher part's only like through season 2. They sort of runs its course in season 2, and then they move on.
There's like kind of like a trial going on, at least when I'm still watching.
Yeah,
it, so.
but that's done before. Yeah, that.
Spoilers. Thanks.
Jeez, Andy.
Well,
Keep watching. You should have. I mean, it's like 2 years old now, so.
yeah, I know. I'm not concerned about.
Come on,
spoilers.
pick it back up. Let's go. But talk about Punisher. I thought they were going to be doing a Punisher one. I think that would be interesting, but
I think the only issue with your pseudo 2-season thing, Andy, is people just complain harder that the season was disjointed and it dropped the plot thread from the first half of the season, and then the new plot thread came out of nowhere because people wouldn't understand that they needed to mentally separate it into 2 stories.
Oh, sure.
Well, and also since it's complete digital distribution with their own thing, they don't need it to have any set length. So,
Right.
You're just saying make 2 shows, but give them one name for.
Well, no, like they could do what he's saying, but just have a delay in there, like, and that would just speed the thing to say, okay, this season's 4 episodes long. It just is. It's a miniseries, and then next year here's 6 more episodes.
Yeah, just call it call it a miniseries
Right.
then. if that's the case.
Well, talking about sort of changing the season length, they've already announced that the last season of Game of Thrones is only going to be 6 episodes long. So.
But this isn't the last
seasons.
one, right?
Last.
This one's 7.
This is 7. Season 8 is the last season, and it's
Yeah.
only going to be 6 episodes long. So.
You'll have run out of people to kill.
Yeah, that's what it's going to be.
We'll see if my prediction from this book series will be the ending of the show. We'll see.
Yeah. I don't know what your prediction was, but
Fade off to nothing as the author is killed by angry fans.
yeah, there you go.
Yeah, no, probably not. He'll never write another fucking book, ever. Well, another Game of Thrones book. He'll keep releasing those stupid wild cards nobody cares about.
Somebody cares about him.
Yes, I know. One of our listeners cares about him. Yours and Brian's friend who doesn't even play War Machine.
Oh, Ryan?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because he taunts me with it every time. He's like, hey, Nate, a new Wild Cards book came out. I'm like, fuck you, Ryan. Speaking of which, Ryan, I bought Heroes Welcome. Or Heroes Wanted. So, whatever. I played his copy of that once and I liked it. And it was at the garage sale and I bought it. True story. I know nobody cares. Fuck you.
There we go. Just talking about things like book-related stuff, but like the Dark Tower is. I know it's very old and everything, and I only made it through book 3 of that series mainly because after I love.
You didn't read book 4? You didn't read The Witch in the Glass?
No, I haven't.
The flashback
I
one?
hear it's supposed to be. I hear it's supposed to get better, but book 2 and 3 sort of pissed me off and stuff, and just sort of stopped. But I'm curious about that movie. I'm very curious about it.
I stopped reading after book 4,
Okay.
so because I didn't read any of the 3 after his big break, so I don't know everything. But Raylene's talked to me enough about it. But I'm interested in seeing the movie. Book 4 is interesting. A lot of people hate it. I love it. It's very polarizing because it's mostly a flashback because it's Roland. It's Roland and the crew in a situation where they're stuck, and so he's like, "Hey, I might as well tell you the story of where my life, like my childhood."
Oh, see, I think I would like that.
Yeah, so book 4 is Roland's childhood. A lot more flashback of him and his buddies when he was a gunslinger, not quite in his prime, but after school, so
Yeah.
a journeyman almost. It's very. I like it a lot.
Because I don't like the part when Roland all of a sudden goes into like the real world and starts getting those people. That sort of just throws me out of that complete world. But what you're sort of describing
spoiler, somewhere in books 5, 6, and 7, like they do it a bunch.
Yeah.
Then they meet Stephen King.
Yeah, I heard
as
about
himself.
That. Yeah, and that's sort of like, oh, okay, nope.
But
as you're describing 4, they did a graphic novel series
Yeah.
of the Gunslinger, which I have all those books and stuff, and I really like those stories and stuff.
Yeah,
So
you should read
that's-
4 then. 4,
Yeah.
I don't think there's any, and there might be because it jumps back and forth between what's currently happening
Right.
and the flashback. And the currently what happened is cool too because they're trapped on an evil schizophrenic train.
Oh, yeah, because that's where they end book 3 is they're on that train.
Yeah, Blaine the
Okay,
train. Yeah, so
Is it the Terror Train?
it's Blaine the train.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
He's insane and a pain.
There's
have
a
riddles.
band. There's a band called Demons and Wizards.
Yeah.
And they have a song on there called Terror Train.
I'm sure it's about Blaine.
It probably
yeah.
is.
But yeah, so anyway, you'd probably like it if you like
Okay.
the flashback to Roland being younger. You say, I made a terrible decision yesterday, which was to let Raylene pick a movie from Redbox, and so I now can no longer truthfully say that I have not seen Suicide Squad.
Oh,
Oh, why'd you do that?
yeah.
Yeah,
I've seen it.
I've got a. This is going to be if people actually have time, we could do this right afterwards.
I don't know what it is, so I'm not
Yeah.
going to agree to it.
I have a pain train.
What is it?
Officer Down.
Officer Down. I don't even know what that is.
Officer Down. It's all. I'll show you guys a trailer, and then you can decide if we're going to watch it afterwards. It's only 90 minutes, but it's Officer Down. Have you seen Sons of Anarchy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Remember Tig?
Yeah.
It stars him as a cop.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sure. Anyway, so like, fucking hey, that movie.
I haven't seen it.
Yeah, no,
I've
it's
It's bad.
It's bad.
So, number one, it was good to see the Putty Patrol from the original Power Rangers got a job again as the minions of the villain in this movie.
Yeah.
Like, they're fighting these monsters, and I'm like, holy shit, it's the Putty Patrol.
Yeah, I heard that basically the Joker was the worst, pretty much for the entire thing.
He probably would have been okay. Here's the issue with the Joker, is he literally has zero impact on the story.
Yeah. None.
Because every time it cuts to him, his whole thing is to rescue Harley from this situation she's in.
Sure.
You know, not necessarily out of love, not out of love or anything, not out of I don't want to say ulterior motive, the opposite of fucking that. Not, altruistic, correct. Not altruistically, but just because she's his property, right? And so he wants her back.
Sure.
So he does a thing, and he sneaks a cell phone to her, and he does all this stuff, and he does these other things, he does this, and every time they cut to him, he's getting closer and closer to rescuing her. And then he rescues her. 20 seconds later, he loses her, and then she just willingly rejoins with the Suicide Squad. And then he's not in the movie again.
What? Okay.
And yeah, that was it. So it was all completely pointless. He has zero impact whatsoever on the entire storyline, and there's no reason for him to be in the film.
Yeah, they just felt that it's like, okay, it's a DC film. We need to have the Joker in it.
Non-Euclidean Nick has a question I had, but I didn't want to ask it because I didn't want to admit that my brain assumed it.
Sure. What was it?
Is Officer Down... is that an offensive pun?
No.
Okay.
No, it is not. It is not. It is not about... No, it's down with an E.
Okay.
So it's actually it's a comic book film. So it's originally a comic book that somebody had written about a cop.
That's fine.
So it's very stylized.
I was very worried you're going to make us watch a terrible bad taste comedy about a beat cop.
God, I wanted to do some voices, but I'm deciding not to for better taste.
No. Also, so we're watching the movie, and the first 7 lifetimes of it is the lady describing the backstories of each of the Suicide Squad members.
Oh, yeah.
And she's like, here's Deadshot, and then there's an hour and a half of Deadshot's back history. And she's like, and here's Harley, and an hour of Harley's back history. And here's El Diablo, and there's an hour of him and some terrible fucking CGI. And then, and here's the Croc and some terrible facial makeup, and somehow they got an Oscar for that shit.
Yeah.
The Enchantress looked okay, I guess, but fucking A, Academy Award-winning film Suicide Squad. Anyway, and here's Captain Boomerang, and a big old thing of Captain Boomerang, right? So you got Deadshot, Harley, El Diablo, Killer Croc, Captain Boomerang. And so she goes through all those guys, and at least, it's like 20 minutes of this scene.
Well, they give each one of them like 3, 4, 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Because they've never introduced them before, so they have to do a backstory on
right.
them.
So then, the next scene is her talking to some muckety-mucks about having her program approved, and she gets up to a podium, and behind her on the wall are pictures of Deadshot, Harley Quinn, Killer Croc, Captain Boomerang, El Diablo, and some random dude that we've never heard mentioned about before. And the scene...
Let me guess. Is he the first to die?
What? So, the scene goes and it ends, and I turn to Alina, I'm like, hold on a second, rewind that shit. And I rewind, and I pause, and who's that asshole? Why is there a random picture of some Indian guy on the wall? They never talked about that guy. And then, sure enough...
Clarification requested.
Feather. So, sure enough, another 7 hours later... The squad starts going, and they're ready to go off, and the leader's like, oh, by the way, here's Joey McLike's ropes that we've never mentioned. And then 5 minutes later, Joey McLike's ropes gets killed. And I'm like, introduce him with the rest. If you're going to spend 5 fucking minutes per guy, be willing to waste another 5 minutes with this character so that I care when he dies, so that I'm surprised when he dies, instead of just saying, and here's Ensign about to get killed on the planet's surface with Kirk and Spock.
Well, let's go through the checklist. Was he wearing a red shirt?
No.
Was he black?
No, he was not.
He was Indian.
Yeah.
Come on, we established that.
Yeah, but
and we're not talking about slushy Indian. We're talking about
Casino.
Feather Indian.
Yeah.
Casino. I guess that fits with my horrible.
With your 7-Eleven. Yeah, which does he run, a 7-Eleven or a casino, if we're going to be racist about it? Who would run a 7-Eleven in a casino? Dun, dun, dun. And so I was looking at... It was so fucking terrible. The Enchantress, to show off her powers... Spoiler, she ends up being the villain. To show off her powers, the evil McBlack lady, she has the Enchantress... go to Tehran, steal like their weapon secrets from their version of the Pentagon, and bring them back. And she does that quite literally in the blink of an eye.
Okay.
Later in the film, when they're fighting her, like they're punching her. Like Killer Croc just grabs her and beats her against a wall.
Yeah,
Okay.
they just showed earlier that she can just teleport wherever, and then she's just like, I'm just going to stay here and fight you guys.
They throw bombs past her to shoot to blow up the bombs, and she's like diving for the bomb, and she's slower than the guy like drawing his gun to shoot the bomb.
So it's similar to
The Flash.
The Flash when there's
Yeah.
bees inside the office building.
There's bees in my mouth!
Yeah. Oh.
This won't bring your honey back!
It does really bother me that DC just cannot seem to handle the movies. Like all their TV shows are fairly decent. I mean,
And the animated movies are fine.
Even Gotham is watchable by somebody who had a lobotomy. But I mean, it's watchable. It's watchable.
It's less bad.
Would you watch?
You said you watched Gotham.
I was thinking about doing it as a research project,
Oh,
but
do
everyone
not.
tells me not to.
God.
Let me mention the two saddest bits of trivia, like back-to-back on IMDb. Because I always look through the trivia and goofs and shit after a movie just because I like more knowledge, more info. And I'm not even going to try it, but the guy who plays Killer Croc has a very large, very traditionally African name with a lot of A's and K's and hyphens, and I cannot say it. But anyway... They mentioned that when he got the role, it was like a Dave Bautista's thing where he was like so excited, he wanted to, prove his acting, and so he read hundreds of issues of Batman that had Killer Croc in them. He like watched other things. He researched actual information about crocodiles, and he also researched cannibalism amongst humans to see how a cannibal would behave, a crocodile would behave. He wanted to get into the character. He did hundreds of hours of research in this character. That's trivia piece number 1. Trivia piece number 2, Killer Croc has 6 total lines in the film, totaling 28 words.
He does do a lot of grunts and just giving you looks, but
Oh my god, it's
And
just...
winning best makeup.
yeah.
Yeah.
Ugh.
So, yeah, just fucking disjointed. That's my
Not
story.
depressing.
Mel
Notes?
Gibson might be doing the sequel.
I'm sorry.
That's supposed to make me feel better?
Mel Gibson directs really good films.
Yeah, I say it can't get worse.
I mean, name a bad Mel Gibson film that he's directed.
Braveheart.
Oh, I will punch you in the eye.
Passion of the Christ.
That is the movie that I beat my times that I've seen in the theater with Mad Max. Was Braveheart. I saw that movie 9 times in the theater.
I say the writing for Braveheart may be bad, but it's very well directed.
Yeah.
Andy, I've been told that I should podcast about Andy posting the results to his latest steamroller.
Hey, you know what, Rick?
How did you know?
Yeah, you know what, Rick? The computer that's actually handling that is also handling all of the audio right now. So I'm not going to touch it to post some silly results.
That's true. You might make Travis an admin again.
What? I will post it as soon as this is done, which will be soon too.
Well, maybe after a movie.
Possibly.
Maybe.
He won't.
Post it after a movie.
The answer is no.
Yep.
Yep. Now I'm not going to post it in spite of Rick. To spite Rick.
Good job, Rick.
You just made Travis happy. How do you feel?
Ah, well. I mean, I've done the impossible. I made Vulcan feel. I'm also painting too. So why are you guys?
Yeah,
you guys
Andy.
aren't talking.
I'm just...
I mean,
I'm
we're
thinking
giving
about more...
we're giving you time to go and explain what you're doing and the techniques you're using.
Oh, there's
you know.
there's no explaining. I'm just
You're still using the same goddamn colors, aren't you?
no. I've switched it up
He
to a
switched
lighter
it up.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's layering, man. First you start with blue, and then you go white.
Yeah. See.
And then you go red. Well, yeah,
First you start
yeah.
black, and then you dry brush a gray and a wash, and you call it good.
Yep.
First you spray paint it gold, then you do red highlights, silver highlights, add a hat, dip it, done.
I'm actually taking a lot more time than I expected on this as well. But I'm very happy with the results so far.
Is that going to be one that's going to be used
Yeah.
for Who's the Boss?
Yeah.
Okay. Make sure you just send me a list of the guys you need me to bring, too, so I don't forget.
Correct. I will do that. Basically, anybody who's come over the last year and ones that you've always brought before. I'll send you a list.
Yeah.
So just bring everything.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, bring your collection.
I'm going to shout out to the assumedly 24-year-old guy from London who just joined our chat because he said hi to us, so I'm saying hi back.
Okay.
24.
34.
Yeah.
34.
Yeah,
Bad math.
I'm trying to remember.
Bad math. 34. It's depressing to remember how old certain decades are.
35?
No, odds are 34.
Well, I'm born in 81. I'm 36, so.
Right, but that's not how odds work. Just because you're in the minority doesn't make it not the minority.
No, I'm just
There
saying
are
there is a possibility. I understand.
I didn't
what
say it was
you're saying.
impossible. I said probably. It's
Yeah.
a key word, Kofoot. Probably.
I guess that's why you're a rules judge and stuff, and I'm not.
Come the end of June, he'll be probably 35.
Fight, 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 fight.
I'm not too worried. I'll just hold him at arm's length.
That doesn't work.
It works on my wife and my younger brothers.
Fair.
So I just assume anyone that's shorter than me, I can hold him at arm's length.
Why don't they just tear at your wrist?
They try. I have big hands.
Big, strong hands. The rock biter.
You went a different way than that I would.
I was going with Never-Ending Story, okay? The movie that traumatized every kid in the 80s.
Not me.
What, you like seeing horses drown to death?
Never seen it.
What?
Yeah, I've never seen the Never-Ending Story.
Holy shit. Spoiler, a horse drowns to death.
Yeah, no, I know that. I've seen...
And
I've seen the
everyone
clips of it.
dies.
Yeah,
Like everyone.
yeah.
Oh, thank God, a topic.
Question, you guys love games, so have you ever wanted to design a game? If so, what type of game would you design? He spelled design two different ways and neither of them were right. So good job, Miso82.
I've got two games in my mind that I've been really wanting to get out.
Is one of
One is-
Iceberg versus Titanic?
Yes. Because, honestly, that game would be awesome. Iceberg versus Titanic, be great. So one would be kind of like a card action game, and that's basically what Iceberg versus Titanic is. Another one is a kind of like a construct your own thing for a turn, and use that to battle others. And then it's using a card deck to be. It's kind of similar to something like Epic Spell Wars of the Battle Wizards.
Sure.
Something similar to that, but dealing with a completely off, weird subject. And I don't want to talk about it too much because,
I will warn you that there's a game. The Oatmeal had a game come out called, I think, Bears versus Babies. Have you seen anything about that?
I've heard of it. Yes.
Like, you have to fight babies, and you do so by assembling your bear. So, like, you give them chainsaw arms and tank tread legs, and you
Yes.
build them out of cards, and then you fight babies.
Yeah.
I don't know how similar that is to your one.
Nope. Mine is much different. Those are actually all private messages when you see the crippled system there. So he actually sent it privately to us.
Oh,
Oh.
oops. so all he did in chat he popped it and said, "Guys, tired, am tired, sorry." That's all the rest of chat saw.
Yes.
That's all they deserve to see.
That's actually super awesome. I actually did design a game. It didn't get published or anything. Brett Myers here in Madison, who has some published games, I was in a designer group with him where we would design games and play test them with each other, and I had one, but it was...
Oh!
What?
I forgot. Sorry. I cut you off.
What'd you forget?
I actually have a published game. Well, not published yet, but it was sold. That sounds proper English. David Carl, DC, and I worked on a game together that was sold to, I believe, Ninja Division. I don't know when it's coming out, but it's supposed to be coming out, and I'm supposed to have a designer credit on it. So
He bumped you up from playtester to designer?
no, I helped design it for him.
The Pocket Cycles one?
Yep. We talked basically of how to handle a lot of the placements of the cards and that. I did all the artwork and everything to get everything rolling. So and gameplay mechanics. So I'm a designer-ish.
Am I on there?
You were on there as a playtester. I don't know if that will carry over. I haven't heard anything from it since it actually happened.
It just credits the other judges.
Yeah, that's
the other judge.
always fucking getting Zuckerberged. Oh, Andy, you liar. They're not private messages. They could read all of that.
Oh. Well,
You're bad at Twitch.
yep. So who wants
Go
to be a
make
mod?
somebody. I was gonna say make somebody a mod. Anyway, whatever. Game.
Nah.
It was a Puerto Rico style thing where it was where you took turns choosing an action, and then when you did an action, the person who did the action got the benefit slightly more. So you wanted to have other people's actions help you. And right. Fuck Travis. Fuck everything. Fuck Suicide Squads. Fuck Optimus Prime.
Well,
The inferior Prime. Anyway,
Andy, just let me know when you're going to leap the table so I can move my stuff out of the way.
when I'm gonna what?
Like
Leap the table. Okay.
Yeah.
like mostly the phone and the soda, because I do believe there's a new iPad Pro coming out soon, and I need an excuse to upgrade. But
so you leave that to
My,
get
my
broken.
my friend killed another friend, and I need a new iPad.
someone landed on it. It happens.
Yeah, it was an accident. A terrible, terrible blood-soaked accident.
Just let me
No
know,
further-
Andy, so I can gently go and hand you this so you can bludgeon him to death with it.
No further answers, Your Honor.
I also was working on a war game. No dice. All the combat was purely math deterministic. If you've ever played the old Avalon Hill Civilization or Advanced Civilization games, it was that style with the chit removal. And each round you would you would play a round as whatever force you were on the map, and then you would have a round of bidding where you would bid you would get a new force. So like if you played Greece one round, you might be Russia the next round just by bidding. Each one would have their own auction, and you bid with the victory points. So you had to make sure that they were profitable for you.
Interesting.
The fluff was that you were gods, and so you would try to like, now these people are going to convert to your religion, and these other guys are going to convert to the other religion. So you could build temples to like kind of, they would be almost like discounts towards future bidding because they're pot committed to you and whatnot. And I had it like pretty much all. I never got around to making boards and chits and stuff, but the rules were pretty well polished out.
Nice.
I can help you make boards and shits.
Yep.
Yeah, I
do graphic stuff.
I love to play games. I'm not a very good designer, so I don't even try. But
Not that good at playing either.
Oh well, no, it's honestly true. It's honestly true. I love worker placement games, and my wife kicks my ass at them every single time. But
I would love if my wife kicked my ass at board games.
oh yeah, that's one of the reasons. Well, talking about that, we got the game The Duke, and we played it 3 times on Friday night, and she won all 3. Or no, it was all we played it all. We played it 7 times yesterday, and the first 3 games she won, and then we put it away for a little bit, and then everyone was napping, like the kids were napping, so we brought it out, and then we played it 3 more times, and I won all 3 of those, and then she's just like, she's gonna hate me, but she's like her mom, where she won't quit until she wins.
Sure.
So we played it a 7th time, and then she won, and then we played a different game. But she's just like, that is just, it's such a great 2-player game.
The Duke is a very good game.
Yeah, it's a very good game, but it was just like very determining.
Do you have any of the expansions and whatnot, or just the core game?
No, I just have the core game right now because they just re-released it, so
Gotcha.
I haven't got any of the expansions yet. But
I think I have the King Arthur expansion of it.
oh, okay.
I bought Brian's copy. Every once in a while, Brian will liquidate his board games, and I'll buy them, and then never play them.
Eventually, he's probably gonna liquidate his Scorn. I think that's next on his list of liquidations.
Well, what happens a lot with Brian is that he'll have amazing two-player games, and I'm the only person who plays those with him, and we never get around to playing them, so then he sells them, and I'm like, hey, I like that game, and I buy it, and then I never get a chance to play it, because Brian's the only one that I can play it with. So Brian and I would just play those games.
So what you're saying is there's a hope for me to get Rebellion.
Yeah, absolutely. No, he'll sell it to me, and then he and I will never play it.
But he and I are the only two that play that one.
I played Rebellion with him twice, and we're 1-1.
Yeah, see, I typically get a lot of two-player games just because a lot of times it's just my wife and I that play and stuff. But then there's games that I've had that are of themes that I know she won't like, so it's like I maybe get to bring them out once a year and stuff. But
sure.
But no, you were talking about the game you were designing where you're gods. Did you ever play the video game Black and White?
Oh, yeah.
That was a fun game at the time.
It's weird. Like, that game I was always benevolent. Like other games, like with karma systems, like Fallout and stuff, I tend to be a complete shithead, but I was benevolent in that one.
It's really hard, though, to be, a good person in Black and White. You got to work really hard at that.
Those fucking sailors whose boat isn't fucking finished. I will have that song in my head until the day I die.
We're sailors on the moon.
We've got the notion that we'd like to sail the ocean, but we built it too big and we've run out of wood. Remember those guys? Oh, yeah. I-la-di-dee. Fuck you, Peter Molyneux. You and your empty promises for Spore.
Yeah.
And many other things.
And everything. Peter Molyneux is the king of empty promises. And his fucked up calendar in Fable 2, 3? Which Fable was that?
I never played the Fables.
One of the Fable games.
Or more.
This specific one, the thing I'm going to complain about, I forget which one it was in, but they're like, the evil, big, mega, super awesome final boss is going to come in 100 days. And so you're like, day 1. All right, and so you're prepping. Day 2, prepping. And it's like, and there's a countdown. 98 more days, 97 more days, 96 more days. So you're prepping your town. You're building up your town. You're building up your army. And with like 13 days left, he just shows up early. It's like, you motherfucker!
That's a proper evil thing to do, though.
Yeah.
You announce when you're going to come, and then you show up early.
When you have a countdown timer for
bad intel.
For like a doomsday device of some sort,
it goes off on 4.
It goes off at a minute left, because that's right when the hero is putting their plan into action.
Well, yeah.
Have you not read the 1,000 things to do as an evil overlord?
Yeah.
All of my henchmen were clear plexiglass helmets.
Yeah.
So when the hero,
I mean, a surprising number of the things on that list are just good HR practices.
Yeah.
Like, listen to people and...
Yeah.
Yep, I will listen to my advisors when they tell me something.
Treat my henchmen with respect.
Pay
them well.
Yep, I will always keep a child on my advisor team, because any plan that a 4-year-old can figure out, then I will not put that into action.
What if it's a plan only a 4-year-old can figure out?
Well, then it's probably still not a plan you want to put into action.
Tangential.
Usually there's a 4-year-old on the hero team.
Younger sibling and whatnot.
Yeah.
That's true.
Probably the one trying to rescue one of your advisors. All right. So, are we going to Zappity Grumbles? Does anybody
Do we have any Zappity Grumbles?
I didn't see any.
An interesting note, speaking of 4-year-olds figuring something out while Dan looks and sees if we have any Zappity Grumbles, is I was reading an article about a riddle that has evolved over time by not changing at all, but society has changed around it, which was this old, once upon a time, was a riddle and was considered difficult, which was a man and his son are driving in the car. There's a car accident. The man is killed. The son is taken to the hospital, rushed into the emergency room. The surgeon is brought in. The surgeon says, I cannot operate on this person. This is my son. And the riddle is, oh my goodness, how can this be? And so 60 years ago, it was a mind-blowing riddle because there's no such thing as a female surgeon. I mean, come on, Don't be absurd. 30 years ago, we're all like, well, it's his mom. His mom is all, his mom's a surgeon. The dad could be a plumber, who knows, but the mom's a surgeon. Now, kids are starting to answer with, oh, it's his other dad.
No. Yeah.
Which is very interesting to see an answer evolve around a riddle based on society. Did we have Zappity Grumbles? That was time killing.
Yep, we have one.
Yes!
Woohoo! And you'll like this one.
Okay.
How much cumin is too much? Should it smell like the main ingredient? Please advise.
No such thing, yes.
I don't like Mark Cuban. I mean, I thought he was okay.
He's the best part of Shark Tank.
Yeah. No, what is cumin?
So think about what ground beef tastes like.
Okay.
Now think about what tacos taste like.
Oh, so it's just taco sauce? Or
The seasoning.
It's one of the main
Taco
ingredients.
seasoning is 90% cumin.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
That's
human?
that flavor. Yep,
Yes,
it's
it's
human.
human.
It's human.
Oh my
It's
god.
human.
No, it's a mixture of Cubert and human. It's human.
Cubert? Or
And
Pubert?
human. It's a mixture of Cubert and human. It's cumin.
Or Pubert from Addams Family.
Pubert is from Futurama.
No, Pubert
Pubert.
is from Addams Family.
Who was the one from Futurama?
Keyword.
No, that's the guy who hops on a pyramid, a ziggurat, and swears.
Something just happened in our... I don't know what that was, but... No, Pubert is from the Addams Family. It's the youngest one.
No, that's Pugsley.
Nope. Nope, Pubert is on
Oh, the
Addams Family.
baby.
Oh, the
The
baby,
baby. I was thinking of the original show.
Yeah, no.
Anyway, no such thing as
speaking-
too much.
speaking
Because
of something-
cumin has supplanted garlic as my favorite spice.
Or
damn, that was-
just
that
eat
was
Indian
good.
and have both.
Yes. Well, I mean, true. I mean, you can always have both.
I'm really excited how
Fucking cumin.
this is looking.
Made a whole bunch of homemade Indian for food and dinner today. I think I'm going to go home and eat more.
I'm sad I left room for this. This is, I normally drink diet sodas, so as wonderful as this was, it ate up 160 of my calories for the day. So now I can't
so
go
it is
home.
not diet?
No, yeah, it's caffeine free, but it is not diet.
Oh, it is not diet. Oh.
Wah, wah.
I only saw the caffeine free on it, and I'm like, oh, this is fine. I'm like, oh, no, not good.
Drink 7 of them. Who needs insulin? Chug, 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 chug.
I do now!
Why?
Yeah.
You were excited about something, you said.
I don't remember what now. I'm
I
really
thought you were
excited
excited about
how this
your paint job.
how this looks so far. It should look pretty decent when it's finally done.
Show it to the camera. Yeah, look, camera. Ooh.
But it's upside down, so it's annoying because I can't position it right.
Anyways,
Now your hands are in the way of the light. This whole setup is disastrous, Andy.
It is pretty bad.
Leave it to the
bad.
professionals.
Yep. Professionals.
Zappity, non-Euclidean Nick asks, is there anything served on bread that doesn't qualify as a sandwich? Well, on bread? Or
On bread?
in bread?
So I've seen I would not consider like beef brisket as being a sandwich unless there is another piece of bread on the top of it.
Right.
Because I've seen people at most barbecue places serve it on like a slice of bread.
Well, because here's the thing, though. You don't eat it while it's on the bread.
No, I
Like,
just
if you
actually pick it
picked
off
up the bread and ate the brisket that way, it would be almost an open-faced sandwich at that point. But the bread is just there as
plate extender.
plate extender, right? It's to
Correct.
soak up the sauce, and then you have mushy, delicious gravy bread underneath.
No. Ugh.
Or don't. Either way, the point is you don't eat the bread and the brisket together.
Sure. Oh,
So that bread is at best a side dish.
yes. So now I remember what I wanted to mention. So I listen to other podcasts a lot.
Why?
Whoa.
So
Cheating
there's
on your own podcast.
Yep. There is a podcast called Off Topic, which is run by the Rooster Teeth guys. You should listen to not this week's that's coming out, but last week's episode of it. It starts off exactly like every single fucking Crippled System episode ever. So it goes from
Wait,
talking
hold on.
about
Do they start randomly in confusion?
yes, but it starts off with them talking about this is not a prime number, this is a prime number, blah blah blah, talking about prime numbers and shit, and then immediately goes into Transformers, and then goes. It was uncanny listening to the episode last.
I
time.
mean, it feels like there's like a trademark case or a copyright infringement.
No,
somewhere.
We can sue the Rooster Teeth people.
no, we can't.
I
would
came up
be-
with a shitty anime like years before they did.
I'd be really watching out to see if there's a microwave trying to go and intrude on what you
Yeah.
guys are saying.
Rooster Teeth used my microwave to steal Rubby.
The microwave can't even see us though.
They
Where
can
we're at
always
now.
see.
Oh,
That's how good they are as camera. A normal camera can't see you through walls.
a microwave can go through walls
Yeah.
though.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, microwaves go through walls. So they use the microwave to extend the vision of the camera part.
They literally just transcribed
All
your
right, so
whole
we got-
podcast
yep.
and then redid it
So
as
we
their
got
own.
prime numbers, we got transformers, we got conspiracy theories. Man, we got everything.
I think it actually.
None of us is
wait, hold
with
on.
Meg Turney.
The conversation for
my knowledge,
Transformers,
I guess
the
I
conversation for Transformers was about Rodimus Prime and how he fucked over Optimus Prime. So I mean, it's our podcast. They did like a 20-minute segment of our
Come on,
podcast.
it is the only big controversy in Transformers.
That's the only thing that I hold in my life is
This sentence is better if you don't finish it.
If
yeah.
Optimus Prime was better at his job, he would have survived. Right? Like, you know,
He was doing his job just fine,
his job
and
was...
then Hot Rod tried to help.
I'm helping! I'm helping!
He's pretty much I'm helping, and then
Does
yeah.
this sword go in your back?
Oh no, Prime got shoved in.
I
his
know,
stomach.
I'm just
Yeah,
saying he got
yeah.
stabbed in the back.
Yeah. All right, Zappity, Grumble.
No good when you have to explain it.
I am not aware of a Starship Troopers anime, unless it's the Starship Troopers animated series that was on Sci-Fi Channel like 20 years ago, but that's not the same thing, probably.
Yeah. Oh, we were somebody at the tournament where we were talking about Starship Troopers, and he was like, "Well, I don't." He basically took the exact Jim stance as I cannot watch Starship Troopers because it's not anything like the book.
Good.
So like, yeah, I mean, Starship Troopers is amazing because it is a powerful Hoven film.
And
But
it's just such great, like, how evil the humans are in that movie.
oh yeah,
Like, they're invading the bug homeworld. The one time you see, like, a bug up close, it has this desperate pleading eye, and then they just shoot it in the face. You know? The humans attack their own planet to trick their own race into attacking these innocent bugs on their home planet, because there's no way those bugs sent those meteors.
oh they did. They sent
No.
them. Yeah,
No.
they use their ass juices, shoot it into the
Yeah,
air, and
sure.
then knock the.
That's pretty
meteors.
damn good aim.
It is pretty good aim. It is.
I mean, there's no way that it was flung from much closer by the government.
Yeah. No,
Bug fuel can't melt steel Buenos Aires.
All right. Do we have any recommendations?
Yeah, I have two of them.
Okay.
I brought in a spare because I didn't realize Geezy wasn't going to be here, and I knew he would probably recommend one of these two, so I wanted a backup because that
Oh.
way he could recommend one and I could recommend the other.
Sure. Well, go ahead. Go.
Season 3 of Review started last week.
Oh, it did?
Yeah.
Really?
It's on ComedyCentral.com. That's how I watched it.
Is it on Hulu?
No, the American Review isn't on Hulu anymore. The Australian one isn't, but the American one... Or the Australian one is, the American one isn't. But the American one, just yesterday I watched the the Season 3 Episode 1 of the American Review on ComedyCentral.com.
Oh, God damn it. I hate it when they... give me a better centralized place. Give me a
Sorry.
better app.
Anyway,
Ugh.
it's amazing. Little spoiler, the second thing he has to review is putting a beloved pet to sleep.
Oh, God. And
Also-
then pancakes? It would be great if it was pancakes immediately afterwards.
And
30 pancakes?
remember, like, the intros always have good little things. So, like, the Season 2 intro had babysitting, where it's him and some
Yes.
cops in a field, and they're like, we found something. This one, they show parkour, and it's just the camera's pointing out a window, and he goes screaming, plummeting to his death outside the window. And then it does something else, and then it does bird watching, and it's the exact same shot. And I laughed so fucking hard. Oh, my God. It's great. So anyway, Review is back on the air, but I'm also going to recommend, because I recommend it everywhere except for on the podcast, Legion is fucking amazing, and you should be watching Legion.
Instead of this shit.
I have it.
Yes.
I have it recorded, waiting for me to marathon it. I will watch it soon. It's
So episode 1, I watched after we talked about how more United States media, Hollywood films need random Bollywood dance numbers in them.
sure.
Spoiler, random Bollywood dance numbers.
Oh yeah.
Good
yeah,
times.
Yeah.
Well, the great thing, so I don't know how much you know about the plot of Legion.
I know. Well, I've seen the first episode.
And I'll leave, okay, so, there you go. So I'll leave this somewhat vague for viewers as well. A main thing is that the main character is insane. And so, as a viewer, if you know what's going on, it's like Memento. Memento had to be backwards so that you were just as confused as the main character was. When you watch Memento forward and he forgets things, you're just like, no, she's the villain, I know that. But when it's backwards, you also forgot, quote-unquote, by nature of never learning it. So Legion is insane as shit and confusing as shit and bizarre as shit and random as shit, specifically so that you are as uncertain about what is real and what isn't real as the main character is. And it's amazing. And people who think David Lynch is good, Legion is an example of what actually doing a good job at being surreal looks like. Because there's an in-universe reason for it, it serves a purpose, and the insanity and randomness is actually intelligent as opposed to just being masturbatorial. It's
So
good.
Quimby hates Legion, doesn't he?
Quimby loves Legion. So yeah, it's because I've broken Quimby of his David Lynch. He apologized. he rewatched Mulholland Drive and apologized to me.
He's just doing that to be nice. He secretly loves it.
Well, I don't know. He made Marshall watch it too.
I don't mind Eraserhead. Yeah. Oh, Mulholland Drive is so fucking... Huh? Dune, anytime I watch Dune, there's a 50% chance I'll love it or despise it. It rides that razor's edge so perfectly.
I think I'm one of the few that I do enjoy the 84 Doom. It's
half the time I do too.
It's
I just love how every time I think of a character from Dune, I think about the sci-fi series, except for Gurney, who I just see Patrick Stewart.
Yeah, obviously. And Eyebrows McGee. Thufir Hawat with his world-ending eyebrows. No, like that's the thing. I think I like the 1984 Dune. Like, I will own it. I will watch it. I'll enjoy it. But then they cure poison by duct taping a cat to a rat. And you're like, what? And, like, we all have heart plugs. Why?
Well, I never... See, the thing is, I've never read any of the books or know any of the other...
Voice-activated guns?
Yeah.
Voice-activated
Those are
guns?
awesome!
Yeah.
I really need to watch it again because it's been probably 10 or 15 years since I've seen it.
It starts with a 20-minute monologue over an oil painting.
I know.
Like, what the fuck? That's how you do your exposition dump?
Maybe I haven't seen it in a while. But I remember being really awe-inspired. The most recent time that I've seen it is probably maybe about 15 years ago. But I still remember the graphics of it.
Yeah.
Still felt like it stood the test of
The
time.
visuals are amazing.
Whenever that big... I remember some kind of train kind of pulling up and there was like a reveal of like some kind of brain creature or something there.
That's
and
the guild rep.
Yeah, and that being...
He's in a big tank. It's like a fish tank that they wheel around,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. Yeah, those guild reps, like in the books, are more kind of like Creature from the Black Lagoon, just like a humanoid fish person.
Oh, the
And
guy
David
that's like,
Lynch
fuck
is,
this thing?
Yeah,
Fuck
and
that
David
thing.
Lynch is like, well, what if we make him just a giant turd? Sure, with eyes.
And the most amazing thing is the 84 Dune movie was not the weirdest one.
Well, it's the weirdest one that came out.
That's
But yeah,
true.
the other one's so weird they made a documentary about how weird it was going to be, but the world was spared it.
Yeah.
The visuals are amazing.
Soundtrack by Pink Floyd.
Yeah. The visuals, it's just there's random little weird things like voice-activated guns and heart plugs that make no sense. But whatever.
It was one of the better movies I remember that actually made the inner dialogue decent.
Mm-hmm.
Unlike Thin Red Line, which fuck that movie. But anyway, how do we get on Dune?
Okay. Anyway,
David Lynch.
Okay.
Yeah.
There we go.
So
I'll just go with my recommendation really quick. It's a Pinterest meal that has actually turned out good every single time we made it, and it's called chili lime cod. And basically what it is you mix up basically like taco seasoning, put it over your cod, you bake the cod, and then you zest up a lime, and then use the lime juice and butter to make pretty much something, I guess like a sauce to put over top of it, and you mix it all with rice. It's really good.
I'm confused because there's two steps that maybe you're just like speeding up, but there's two steps. I didn't hear when you deep fried the cod or where the tartar sauce came in.
Neither one of those apply.
Nathan doesn't.
I don't understand. None of this makes sense.
Nathan doesn't believe. He doesn't believe in fish. Fish is his fork to his tartar sauce.
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing.
I need the protective deep fry coating to make sure that it doesn't touch me.
It's really good because like the cumin and stuff makes like a very
Okay, you got me back.
spicy like topping on the cod, and then you mix in the tartness of the lime and butter sauce that you put on top of that. It's very good.
Cumin, lime, butter. I like these things.
Yes.
Yeah.
So speaking of food that Nathan would enjoy, I saw a March Madness bracket for chicken strips, and the number 1 versus number 32 was Chick-fil-A versus Long John Silver's.
Fuck them for having Long John Silver's 32. Because that should be the 1 and 2 seeds right there. Chick-fil-A has amazing... Oh, fuck
Yeah.
whoever those people were.
I'm not getting. I have no dog in this fight. It depends on where Popeye is.
Long John Silver's number 32. That was made purely out of spite by somebody who's never eaten Long John Silver's. It's like people who say they don't like Spam. Fuck you, Spam's amazing.
You got at least a few Hawaiians that are behind you.
I mean, I agree with him.
I don't think I've ever had somebody badmouth Spam, and then I'm like, have you ever eaten it? Have them say yes. They're always like, no.
Yeah.
Blind hatred.
Well, the other trick is to fry the Spam. Then it
Oh,
also
fuck yeah. Slice it thin, pan fry it.
Oh, yeah.
Or cube it, fry it up, put it in with your mac and cheese.
then put some ketchup on it.
We always did it over open fire.
Spam.
Well done steaks with ketchup. Well done steaks with ketchup. But anyway, my recommendation. I don't know if I recommended it last week, but I'm going to recommend it again. Go see Logan. Fucking A.
Yeah, that was your recommendation last week.
It was?
Yeah.
All right.
I need to see that movie.
I was going to see it this Tuesday, but instead we're going to go see the live-action Beauty and the Beast.
What? Wait, how come? Wait, hold on. You were supposed to see it. To see it Tuesday last week,
Yeah, and then
and then I tried to convince you
busy.
we should go see Kong instead.
Yeah, I'm not going to see Kong.
Why are you not going to see Kong?
Because I heard Kong's bad.
No, it's the same movie. It's in the same universe.
I've heard Kong's bad, except John C. Reilly holds it together.
Yeah.
And then in the credit sequence, you see Godzilla.
Yeah.
Okay. I
Yeah.
can just watch
We can
Godzilla
watch-
and see Godzilla.
Well, it's John C. Reilly, and John C.
He's
Reilly
good.
is amazing.
He is amazing. I've loved him since Chicago.
And
Like,
depending
he
on
was
how
amazing
long
in
the
Chicago.
credit scene is, you might see more Godzilla in this movie.
I liked him in Days of Thunder. Which
Days of
is
Thunder-
odd because he's in Days of Thunder and he's in Talladega Nights.
Days of Thunder was the first screen role for
don't
beloved
believe-
character actress Margot
No,
Martindale.
I probably didn't know who he was when I watched Days of Thunder.
Yeah.
So I didn't...
Watch Days of Thunder, you're like, hey, that's John C. Reilly.
Oh.
Margot Martindale. That's the only Days of Thunder actor that matters. Beloved character actress Margot Martindale.
He's got not a need for speed, but it's basically Top Gun with cars.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, go see Logan. Goddamn, that movie's amazing. I really want to see it again. So
I
we
do
should go
need to
see it
that
Tuesday
movie.
when I'm not painting because I need to paint.
You're always not painting.
See, I don't have to go see the live-action Beauty and the Beast because my wife hasn't seen the animated version yet, and she said that she needs to watch that one first. So I'm safe for a while because she'll never watch the animated version. So
Beauty and the Beast is one of the only Disney films where the hero actually dies, and then the villain ends up with the girl at the end.
I've got Moana downstairs too.
That come out?
Yep.
Oh, that's
I
great.
did.
So good. My new recommendation is to go watch Moana.
Gaston's the hero.
I get it.
He probably has the two best villain songs too. Like they gave him not one but two villain songs. They're both amazing. Although Be Prepared is up there.
And Hellfire.
Hellfire's really good too. But again, Tony J. And just Tony J singing about how much he wants to fuck a gypsy lady. Like that's a weird thing to have in a Disney movie.
I say, as a priest too.
But Gaston and the mob song are both amazing. I think that's the best soundtrack of any Disney movie.
Beauty and the Beast.
Yeah.
I remember it being
I
really
have to
good,
think.
but
Yes, it's by far the most consistent.
I mean, you got the title one. You
Yep.
got the Be Our Guest. You've got.
I don't know if it has the single best song, but it's the most consistently
Sure.
high.
Yeah, I would agree with that. It's overall very solid, but I don't think it has the best Disney song for all of them. None of them are "You're Welcome."
You're Welcome is really good. Here's something somebody pointed out to me: Maui's tattoos.
Yeah, those are all hand drawn.
They're his backstory.
Oh, yeah, it is.
There's fucking backstory, literally, sons of bitches, on his back.
Yeah.
Fucking Disney pun, dad joke, exposition method.
All right. Dan?
Dan gets to recommend something.
So my recommendation, it is a documentary on Netflix called In Search of General Tso's.
Yeah.
It is
It
about
is
the
amazing.
history of General Tso's chicken and Chinese American cooking. And
Yep.
it is an amazing documentary.
That's Netflix, right? You
Yep.
said you start.
Yeah.
Yep.
Chinese American food is one of the most underpriced things you can buy on this planet still. Because it's always handmade from fresh, raw ingredients. And it's like you do that at a steakhouse, they charge you $50, you know? And it's just like, here you go, enough to feed 17 people for $1. Like, it's insane.
Yeah, the amount of stuff I get for my pepper steak at just random places.
Yeah, not even buffet, but you just get like a $6 lunch special, and you just get this giant pile of meat and veggies and sauce that they just made from scratch.
Yeah. Well, and Chinese American stuff uses so forgiving of ingredients too that they can get away with it.
Yeah, well, that's true. I mean, it's not like they're all going bankrupt. It's just legitimately for that size of food, like price-wise, you should be willing to pay twice as much.
Don't tell them.
No, don't.
No, I like my pepper steak. All right, so I guess we're going to call it then?
Apparently.
I think we're going to call it.
Yeah, all right.
Thank you for watching Not Painting with Major Tusk.
Hopefully we'll see some of you guys this coming weekend at Adepticon.
Yeah, I'll be there. I'll be running Who's the Boss.
And Not Painting.
I'll be there Thursday.
I might paint there, though. I might be there on Friday painting, because I don't know what I'm doing there, because I'm not a PG anymore. Wop wop. But I might be there on Friday painting. Depends.
Is there a chance you'll be there on Friday painting?
On Friday painting.
You might be there?
Might be there.
Okay.
Friday painting.
Okay. When might you be there?
Sundays.